Well, hello there, people with the internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti, and welcome back to I Am on Observation Duty 6. In the previous episodes, I just barely managed to survive the hospital, and I tripped and fell and rolled over the finish line. That's at least how it felt. So yeah, now we're moving on to the university. Yeah. Let's see how easy or difficult that one is. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, that's some nice creepy paintings. The redacted university has called an early end to the school year due to reports of anomalous events. The students reported multiple cases of missing laptops, notebooks, and miscellaneous belongings. During one of the classes, a silhouette of a gigantic man was seen at the back of the class by the lecturer. Oh, is that a huge man? One of the students reported hearing strange noises coming from the main building's roof during one late night study session. The body of a student was found on university grounds, causing the redacted university to finally act on reports. Initial examination seems to suggest the body was first surgically opened and then violently drilled with what appears to be an industrial hand drill. Okay. Okay, but silhouette of a of a gigantic man. Well, we do know about a certain gigantic man in the what's it called, in the universe of I'm on Observation Duty, and that is our famous huge man. So maybe he's here. Okay, so courtyard, laboratory, auditorium. Hey, that looks like the same guy that was in the hotel lobby picture. Dr. Breen's private reserve. 3 red chairs, 1 plant on the middle there. That's the same poster as in the hallway in the hospital. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 2 of those plates. Those are similar, like a globe on there. And then 3 paintings of people. 1 woman, 2, an elderly man, and just an adult man. Oh, there's also like bottles and things over there. Auditorium. Okay. Oh, Jesus, there's so many things here. There's a PowerPoint with the classic Windows backgrounds. Oh my God. There's a lunch bag, a laptop there, backpack, bunch of books and pieces of paper and shit. Another laptop there, and 1 there. 2 papers on the area for the teacher. Duffel bag here. 1, 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 there. 2 there. There. 2 there. All the seats are folded. Library. Same laptop from the hotel. Three giant lamps. A stack of books there. 2 books on the end there. That newspaper again. Fan not turned on. Oh, outside, okay. The courtyard. The Thinker statue, it even says the Thinker underneath it. That is the current time. 1 bench there, and 2 benches there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 street lamps. Classroom. I'm guessing that's fine, but I'm gonna check. Weird ass picture. What the fuck? Why the hell does that guy have so many fingers? Is that like an AI generated picture or something? She looks weird as hell as well. And that guy has a massive forehead. Or maybe actually, hang on. That could be an anomaly, too many fingers. Okay, no, okay, so it is supposed... Okay, so it is just an AI generated photo, I guess. 3 of those things there. 1 stack of books. The gurney from the hospital. 2 laptops. I guess that's a bag as well, so 3 bags. 1 like laptop bag right there, another one right there. pens. Whoa. Okay, the lab. We have this periodic table. Oh, there's so many things here to remember. Lunchbox and a coffee mug. There's the backpack again. 3 big jars there and then a line of books. 1 big jar. And then, yeah, just the science equipment. 1 big jar there. Okay. Well, I never paid attention to those. Or that. Or anything on the foreground here, actually. Well, just except for that one. That wasn't there, right? That was empty. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, this entire... That's so many things. So there's 1 laptop there. So like 3 laptops? Or was there here 1 laptop there, there, and there? There was 5 here, 2 there. So many things to keep track of. Was that table empty? Books there in a row. Yeah, that table is empty, okay. There's all the guys at the back as well, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm counting the street lamps because... Oh, the door's open. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I'm counting the street lamp... Oh, okay, it is supposed to be open. Because there was an extra object in the outside of hotel that I didn't see, and after watching the footage it turned out that it was an extra street lamp. Okay, we have a light anomaly in the lab. Okay, so how about this? There's 2? Were there really 2 laptops? 3 bags? Is that what it was? Yeah, I called out the numbers, but did I remember them? No. 1 stack of books, these 3. Yeah, if they just move 1 vial or whatever, then I'm just fucking screwed. There's no way in hell I'm going to remember that. Yeah, I guess the door was always open. Yeah. 3 red chairs. Okay, another light anomaly. Wasn't there another laptop on here somewhere? I know there's that one with the command console that looks like from the hotel, but wasn't there another laptop in this room? No idea where though, maybe here, but I do remember that there were 2 laptops maybe. This really sucks though with this click and hold reporting thing. If you're just, as I experienced in the hospital, if you're just a tiny bit off, then the entire report won't go through. But with the older game, you can just select object disappear. Whoa. But with the other game, you can just select object disappearance. And then it will, if there is an object disappearance in that room, then that'll just be caught that way. But here you have to actually specifically click on it, or the general area. So that does suck though, a little bit. so many fucking backpacks and pieces of paper and laptops and whatever in this room. This really sucks. And this one as well. These two cameras really... Actually, with the lab as well, there's... Oh, okay, that's obvious. With the lab, there's like 3 cameras in this map that suck ass. And are really annoying to check properly. I mean, I'm just going to assume that they're not going to touch any of the books in the library. Like, just moving that one a bit over or whatever would be fucking ridiculous. Just going to report that back. It looks a bit out of place. No, it was fine. Cool. Yeah, there's 2 of those, then 3 of those, 2 laptops. 1 book here, sure. I get, you know, I have absolutely no fucking clue. I've, yeah, nothing. You know, like, was there 1 book there or 2 books there? I don't fucking know. I have absolutely 0 clue. Maybe. Both make sense. Lots of book, like... I know there are 5 of these things here. That's the only thing I know reliably. And that's about it. Game could be going like, oh, there's an extra paper, and I would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. How the fuck was I supposed to know that then? By knowing every detail of the map, but no way in how I'm there yet. Wasn't that one of those tables? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what this is supposed to look like. I didn't really pay attention to that. That's also fucking... Just noticed there's another laptop there that I didn't see first. There's another one there. Oh my goodness. I'm going to miss so many anomalies. It is not even fucking funny. Oh, this is switched places, actually. I did catch that. The computer tower is on the right side of the monitor. Well, for our perspective, because if you're sitting behind the computer here, then the tower is on the left and it was on the right before, but, you know, from our perspective, it should be on the right side of the monitor. So I did catch that magically, but... The only thing I know is this picture because I looked at it. Okay, so 2 pieces of paper, 1 laptop there, then just the laptop and the 2 backpacks. 1 backpack on the floor there, 1 little table on the row behind it. 3 papers there. Reports. something missing. Yeah, exactly. You need that. That is what I mean. This really sucks. If they move one thing, I can't just. Yeah, I know. Fuck you. Okay, well, there's distortion in the library. Also, those books are all missing over there, but yeah, you can't see that. So it was like they probably didn't put them in because you wouldn't be able to see them normally. Yeah, that's what I said. This really... Okay, camera malfunction in lab. But this is the part that really sucks about this new reporting system by the click and hold. You can't just... Okay. Well, I got 3 anomalies. But you can't just say object disappearance and then it'll catch any wherever it is. Here you have to specifically click and hold and shit. So if I click here and yet something disappeared like ever so slightly further that way, then I have to like click the entire fucking row. There would be so many reports. I honestly can't believe I've made it this far. Library? Was library literally always there? I thought there was only these 3. Yeah, okay, library was always there somehow. That's crazy that I never saw that. Well, of course, all those drawings on the blackboards are obvious. What also really sucks is you can only get that warning once, so if there's 3 anomalies active right now, I would technically get a warning if it was the first time, but you know, it's not the first time anymore, so I won't ever get a warning again. Okay. Suddenly there's a guy standing there. That's pretty creepy. Also like which was in I'm Observation Duty 4 or something. I can't remember, but there was one map where there was a painting in like an office area, and then of some train tracks, and then all of a sudden there was like a person standing on the train tracks getting closer and closer. I also thought that was really cool. And that reminded me of that one a little bit. With the person... Whoa! Ghost in classroom. The ghost wants to ask a question. It's very difficult to spot as well. Yeah, I seriously can't believe that library thing sign on the directionary thing. That I never spotted that. That's pretty insane. just random reports, because why the fuck not? Whoa! Okay. Well then. Okay, sure. Sounded like Jitter Skull a little bit from Ghoul Force 3. Okay, the entire window is gone all of a sudden. It's a lot darker as well. Yeah, there we go. What the hell even can realistically be outside? Like statue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 still street lamps. Bench maybe somewhere? Added or removed? Of course, you know, I'm not really talking about like very obvious ones, like all of a sudden an intruder standing there or whatever, but you know, I mean like very subtle things that could change in there. It's not really that many objects there. Whoa! Okay. I guess we have to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, hello, huge man. No anomalies found. Okay, well, what the hell was I supposed to do with that then? Okay, so... Intruder in auditorium. I was trying to fix that. Extra object in... Oh, okay, of course. Just as I talk about... Oh, there's... You know, what can change in the courtyard? Then apparently something has changed in the courtyard. And painting anomaly in lobby. Okay. One... painting anomaly in lobby? I thought these were all the same. Unless that counts and I didn't see that change. I mean, I thought that... Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, as per usual, huge man does not respond to being reported. So, okay, extra object here then. What the hell? That tree! Okay. Okay. They just added an entire tree and my mind was like, yeah, sure. There were always 2 trees there. I mean, why wouldn't there be? It's a park. It's a courtyard. It's an outside area. Why wouldn't there always be 2 trees? Okay, well... Okay. I'm not even mad at that one. It's actually pretty funny how I just go, oh, it's very like, what the hell can they even do in the courtyard? I say, with that tree actively there. And then, you know, I die eventually. And then, you know, when I come back into it, I just see how obviously stupid I was. Okay, well... Okay, so the painting, I don't know what the painting anomaly here was then. I didn't see it. Which is pretty insane, because usually I always spot painting anomalies. Well, we obviously had the intruder here, huge man, who did not respond to being clicked and holded on. So that is concerning, because they have fucking spotlight turned on him. Wanted to know what that was about. I guess we don't have to... But, you know, that is normal. You report him normally, and then the game is like, no, did you mean huge man? I guess we just have to report him again after the spotlight turns on or something? I don't know. I didn't see it here either. Didn't see huge man as an option at the bottom. Or maybe we have to be in the camera where he is. Okay, so no, apparently there wasn't an extra laptop in here. I thought there was an extra laptop on one of these tables, but apparently not. Is that stack of books there? There's those two. Okay, there's a very subtle light anomaly out there. Well, not very subtle, but just a little bit subtle. That entire tree, holy crap. Again, I'm not even mad, I'm just impressed that, you know, by the human mind to be like, yeah, an entire tree just appears there, and then you're like, oh, well, whatever. Or at least I was. Itchy ear! Fucking hell, I'm trying to... Oh! He brought a friend. Oh, and there's another one right there. Okay, they're both gone. That's what it feels like sometimes, though, when you're sitting in class. You feel like a fucking skeleton. Yeah, that plant on there. Okay, I want Huge Man to appear again. I want to fix him properly this time. Really does suck because I didn't see the other anomaly, so he was the final one, and then it was a game over because I got the wrong. I reported him wrong, which of course heightens anomaly spawn rate, I believe. So I was trying to... Oh, why the hell? Staring at all of these fucking vials and things if I see anything odd, and I'm just ignoring that. I don't fucking know. Yeah, of course, that was always there, right? You know, I'm always crazy. The game is always right. Okay, well that's that one. I'm still nowhere near to remembering all of these fucking things around there. Or here. Like, you need to remember all of these fucking details in this room, also in this one, but mostly in this one. Like, fucking hell. Well, of course, you need to remember all the details everywhere, but you know what I mean, right? Like, those are an excessive amount of stuff everywhere. Very specific locations as well. Like there's 2 pieces of paper there, then there's 5 there, and there's this one with the piece of paper with the bag. There's the laptop with the laptop bag. There's a backpack with a book there. Book with the handbag, laptop bag with a book, and then lunch, duffel bag, laptop bag, 2 pencils or whatever, then another folder, 2 pieces of paper, folder, laptop, 2 pens, a piece of paper. There's a book in a bag there. There's another bag there. I don't really remember that one, but whatever. It's probably supposed to be there. There's 2 pieces of paper next to that laptop there. There's just that laptop there. The backpack underneath, backpack up there. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Let me just remember all of that. And then here too, that's just that room. And then here we have the... You know, all the books that I'm not paying any fucking attention to on the bookshelves. There's this one with the bag here. We know the bag is supposed to be there. The newspaper we have the newspaper table. We have the bag table. We have the most cluttered table of them all. The laptop console table. The fan table. The other cluttered table. The one with the 1 stack there. And then the one with the piece of paper and whatever the hell it was on the other side. Then here you have the 2 laptops, the 3 bags standing up, the 2 bags laying down. Those 3 paintings, skeleton here in the corner, the gurney or whatever here. Okay, light anomaly in auditorium. Still, that tree, holy crap. Right. Yeah, these are only the obvious ones. I'm way more concerned about the fucking subtle ones of just... The previous one on the hospital, it took me ages to get it, but they added 1 additional piece of paper on the cork board. And then I even failed to report it because I clicked just on the wrong piece of paper. I thought there was a different one that wasn't supposed to be there. So, you know, they can just add or remove just one. Just imagine, where the fuck is it? Just imagine them removing like 1 piece of thing around here. Or just adding like 1 piece of paper like on top of this one so that it still looks like one, like this. Like add that there. Would I notice? Probably not. What I would notice though is like an entire bookshelf disappearing. There. Okay. Time is still correct. What the hell? Oh, we actually. Okay, never mind. it's staying on the skeleton as well. I was gonna say we actually caught something on camera, but no, he just moves continuously. Just like with the hospital, I just feel so out of my element. With the other maps, I was able to rather quickly get a grasp on things, but with these last few ones, no, not at all. Is his face still okay? I mean, he always looked weird, but he looks a bit extra weird now. But I guess... Oh! What the fuck is that? Okay. You'll learn. Meet the principal. Okay, so his face... Okay, so that, I guess, was the picture anomaly that I failed to report last time. It looked ever so slightly weird. And then when you report it, the fucking principal shows up as well. Or whatever monster it is, it just calls itself the principal, I guess. Fuck it. Is that... Hey, what the hell? That tree is a lot smaller than it was before, right? That tree was bigger. Oh, whatever. And then you're not fooling me again with that fucking bullshit. You fooled me once, and that's not happening. Well, you did startle me, because I believe the tree was bigger last time, but that could just be me. Okay, well, so far so good, I guess. Like the general things, even with these rooms, I think, with a lot of stuff in them. What the fuck? Okay. Meet the doctor. Oh, yeah. Okay. That reminds me a little bit of that one Reddit's no sleep story. There's a bunch of videos where people read Reddit no sleep stories on YouTube, which I listen to on occasion. Usually before I go to bed. It's nice to listen to fall asleep. And there is one that I really like. I've got like a small playlist of my own with my favorite stories. And there's one that I really like that has like the rules horror, where, you know, you get a list of rules that you need to follow and they're very creepy. And there is one story where the final secret twist at the end is that everything was okay. What the fuck? but okay, whatever. Oh, we have this fucking thing again. Lots of intruders now all of a sudden. But the secret twist at the end is that they're being the guy, the protagonist, the narrator of the story. He's being recruited into some sort of like SCP Foundation kind of organization that fixes anomalies, sort of, that like helps capture monsters and stuff. That's like the secret twist at the end. And then throughout the story, there's multiple like follow-ups to it. Like the guy who wrote it originally made like various follow-up posts where they expanded on the story, and he wrote some more. And then, like I said, at the end, the twist is that he was being recruited for a sort of SCP-like organization. But one of the stories in the rule part, he gets to a part where he's hired as a security guard or like a night shift guard, and then he needs to go to like an abandoned place and like work the night shift there. And then he gets the list of rules. He needs to go to a certain floor on an elevator, and then you can hear it's like an abandoned office area, but you can hear like people working and typing on the computer and calling out to people, but you needed to ignore them, and then you need to go to the next area, and then there was something else that you needed to do this to avoid that, and stuff like that. And then there was like in one part of the story, he goes to an abandoned hospital. Yeah, he constantly has to take like an elevator to go down, and then he reaches another layer which looks completely different, like a building that just keeps on expanding. And eventually he ends up in sort of a abandoned hospital area, and then he needs to walk make his rounds every hour or something, check every room for like 2 or 3 hours or something, or like once every so many minutes. And there is the possibility that in one of the rooms he turns around and then all of a sudden he hears something, and then when he looks back there is a doctor there that was not there before. And the doctor is dissecting on a corpse. And then if this is the case, then the rule states what he needs to do is slowly and quietly back out, like don't let the doctor hear you. However, if the doctor acknowledges you and asks you to give him something, like a scalpel or whatever, hey, hi, then you need to comply and don't say anything, just hand the doctor the tools that he's asking for. Don't hand him the wrong tools. And if he doesn't make a comment, don't let him know that you're there, because otherwise you will be the corpse on the table next time that he's dissecting. And this doctor appearing here reminded me of that, because just like in that horror story, he just appears like here, because I switched from a different camera to this one, and then all of a sudden he's there, just like in that horror story. Like the guy, the protect, and because that was the rule. And then when he makes his rounds, he actually does meet the doctor at one point, where he is checking the room. The room is empty. Then he turns around to leave the room again, and all of a sudden he hears like the crunching of like flesh being sawn through with a saw. Then he turns around, and all of a sudden there is a doctor there with the corpse on the these two switched around. Then all of a sudden there's a doctor just appeared with a full-on operating table dissecting a corpse, and then he very slowly backs off, and then the doctor all of a sudden goes, aha! And then he's fucking scares the shit out of him. And then he's like, oh, it might be this, says the doctor, and then the doctor grabs a scalpel and continues working. He very slowly and quietly backs out, and then he just leaves and runs away. But yeah, that's what that reminded me of, because it roughly has the same thing. With just the doctor just appearing out of nowhere. Yeah, it's a really cool horror story. There's a lot more. Like eventually he meets another security guard, and they have to work together. And then they have to work. They work in like a park, or so, like they constantly go down, and all of a sudden they're outside in a park somehow. And then they need to make rounds. Like one guy has to stay in like a little security office, and then the other guy has to make a round through the park. And then there's rules for both. Like the guy making the rounds is not supposed to leave the path. Like if you hear your name being whispered from the bushes, don't exit the path, because then you'll die. And if you see a hiker, and there's a possibility you can meet a hiker, and then he'll tell you to follow him to go somewhere, and then politely decline. If he insists, you need to like shine your flashlight into his face or something until he leaves. And then when you make your way back to the security office, you need to, before you go on your round, you need to like make a sort of like secret, agree upon a secret phrase with the other guy. And the phrase has to be, and then you need to knock on the door, and then the phrase has to be repeated by both people exactly as agreed upon. If anything is different, then you need to, what's it called? Then the other person is not your friend, you know, that's not the guy that you have to do this together with, then something is up. So then you needed to do something. And then the guy that stayed in the security office also had a set of rules, and then they had to switch. There were only 2 pieces of paper there, right? Not 3. No. Okay. Oh, then maybe that was an object disappearance then. Because I'm fairly sure that there were only... Or did I... Oh, I don't even fucking know. I'm not even going to try to pretend that I've got a grasp on all these tiny objects everywhere. On which ones are supposed to be where and stuff. Absolutely zero clue. I have a general gist of things, but... Nah. Whoa! Hey, that's the corpse from the doctor. But yeah, again, I'm not going to ramble on for it for too long, but it's a very fun story. Very interesting to read or listen to by being read aloud by someone else. Yeah, it's very cool. I suggest you guys maybe not necessarily find that story, but just it's really fun to listen to those things. At least I think so. Some well-written Reddit no sleep stories are very good. Again, no idea about the specifics of all this shit on the table, but in general everything still looks fine over there. These computer screens haven't changed either. Okay. We have found Huge Man again. They'll say no anomaly. Oh, come on, he's gonna kill me now. Intruder in auditorium. We're receiving multiple... Yeah. Did you mean Huge Man? Yes. Okay. So we got Huge Man and we fixed Huge Man. Okay, so there's still 2 more somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I need 2 more anomalies. Okay, ghost in classroom. Alright. I was very scared that he was going to kill me there, but... luckily, that was part of the scare of Huge Man. Okay, I need at least 1 more. I don't see it. This is concerning me. No way. No way, right? Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, no way in hell that was always there, and I just noticed it now for the first time. Okay, camera malfunction in lobby. anything different in lobby? I wonder if the text on these signs is gonna change. Like, if that's the possibility for an anomaly. Come on, I need like 2 more anomalies or something. To be safe, to make it to the end. Please, 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 please. Oh, fucking hell. There was a bag there. Fuck yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah! Eat shit! With your ridiculous room with all the tiny knickknacks that I have to keep track of. Fuck you! I noticed that that was gone. Holy fuck. That's not the anomaly that I would have expected me to keep me in the game, but holy fuck. Okay. I think one more, if we can find one more anomaly, that will be victory. Ah, there we go! Gurgling, growling, screaming, wheezing. I literally just talked about, hey, what would be funny if the text could change. Alright, there we go. Another anomaly down. Yeah, fucking, I was looking at these and I was like, no way. No, there was something there. I remember distinctly there being something there. I thought, you know, it was even correct that it was a bag. Yeah, still a bit flabbergasted about the fact that those, 3 papers behind the beamer were always there. There was not a door there. Okay, that should be victory. Yeah, no way in hell. No way in hell they can spawn in anomaly so fast that we're gonna lose it now. Oh, there's a... Oh, you can't even... There's flowers there that were never there. Holy fuck. Oh my god. 30 exactly with that final one. I did not expect this on the second try. Okay. Yeah, that was the university. Well, hard mode is going to be nightmare, I think, because I think they're going to be a bit more subtle with their anomaly changes. Although I do hope that I've got more stuff on the control now and I've looked at things a bit more. But that laboratory, I still have no idea with all the vials and shit. That would be insanely evil too, to change like just one of those. But I don't know how evil the game is going to be. So brace yourselves for that one, I guess. Yeah, so that's going to be it for this one. I hope you Romans enjoyed it. Click the like button if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.